Hey guys, just out in my backyard and I wanted to do a quick refresher. Some of my new subscribers may not have seen any of my older videos. I've been making videos for about 3 years now, and some of my older videos show a couple of wild medicinals that are available at this time right out in your backyard. I'm literally right out in my backyard. So this one right here, this is usnea. And that is a lovely plant to make a tincture with for colds and some flu symptoms. I would do your own research on it. It's spelled U-S-N-E-A, usnea, or old man's beard. But that is a great tincture. I've used it myself when I had colds in the past, and it works great. So just a simple tincture of that, and it tastes lovely. Alright, let's go see what else we can find out here. A lot of dead trees, that's for sure. The wind's been taking out all sorts of trees in the woods. Plenty of firewood, that's for sure. I just found the two different types of lichen that look very similar right next to each other. So I want you to really take a close look at these two pieces. So this one here and this one, they're totally different species. This one here is the usnea. This one is the one that you want to tincture, and you can see that the strands are a lot finer. And if you lightly pull these strands apart, there's a little white core on the inside. This one here just breaks, and they're kind of chubbier, if you notice. They're not as fine and dainty as these ones. So you got usnea, and I cannot remember for the life of me what this one's called. Anyway, onward. So you guys have seen my field, and you know this area pretty well. I am not too far from my house at all. There's also cattails out here that if I wanted to, in season, and I'm not sure if they're good now, but I do know that in season you can dig those roots up and they're very tasty. So that's kind of cool. Got some old deer scrapes on these branches. There's another pretty good scrape out here. Can you see that bare spot right there, guys? That's and actually, let me walk up here because I'll show you. So this is one of the scrapes. I've had several bucks out in my yard. It's pretty cool watching them. But you can see they've been walking out here. Got some old mushrooms on this pine. And then if you look closely, see these have been kind of chewed off. The buck is doing that. He's chewing off the buds. And then he's down here marking his territory. Poking around, doing buck things. Alright, so we're going to go in the woods this way. I want to see if I can't find a log that has some turkey tail on it. I found it last year, and hopefully I can find it again. So I don't know if any of you guys watch Boss of the Swamp. It's kind of a cool YouTuber. But he's talking about all these trees falling down in his woods too. He's in New Hampshire. And let me tell you that it's in my woods too here in northern Maine. All these trees, this one's, still green and it's fallen over. And just all these woods are covered in brush, and it's all from being blown down. It's pretty interesting. I think I did find some turkey tail. Let me see. It's really hard to tell at this point because it's kind of far gone. There's bugs all over the bottom of it, like little sand fleas or whatever. So we're going to leave that one, but still on the hunt to find some good turkey tail to show you. And there's one other medicinal that I also want to show you. It's pretty prolific. I found it right as soon as I walked out. And I was like, oh, I'll find it again. And of course, now I haven't, but we will. And then this stuff is incredible for fire. Put a flame to that, and let me tell you, that stuff will... First of all, it holds the flame for quite a while, a lot longer than you'd think this little teensy-weensy speck would hold a flame. But also, these blisters hold, in my opinion, one of the best natural Neosporins. Take that, put it on a cut, put it on a wound, and that will heal you quick. No joke, I've done it. When I first got into playing around with knives, cut myself really bad pretty often, and this was my go-to. So I would go ahead and find it. Certain trees, it's easier to see on. The balsam firs, they're easier to see. The black spruce, they hide a little better. But any of these little pimples, they're good for fire. And if it's a wet resin, it's good for medicine. You can take and melt it down once it crystallizes. So this is going to die now that it's broken. And eventually all that will crystallize. So you can melt that down and heat it up, melt it down and use it that way. But yes, this is a great tree to find. And absolutely full of resources. So don't pass it by. Alright. Also, for what it's worth, for a fire starter, it would essentially turn into powder if you dried moose poop or deer poop, and then you've got a nice little powdery tinder that would take a flame pretty easily and help hold that ember just a little bit longer so you can catch some sticks on fire. Just another idea. Kind of going back to the bare basics today, just I want to cover everything, even if it's repetitive or some people are, oh, that's obvious. Well, to most people it might be, some people it won't be. So here I am today, just wanted to show you guys some of the bare basics, some resources that you can use right out in your backyard if you can't get into a grocery store or a pharmacy to get Neosporin or something for cuts, something for wounds. You can take care of yourself pretty well if you know the right things and how to prepare them. Now, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, and basically I've done my own research, so I truly encourage you to do your own research, watch some more videos, do some research online, and books, anything you can, because knowledge is power, guys. Knowledge is power. And right now, when everybody's feeling scared and unsure of everything, feeling powerful is a damn good thing to feel. I might not be rich, I might not have a ton of stuff, but I have knowledge, and that will keep me safe, keep me going, keep me, thriving. I am so grateful for the knowledge that I have. And the knowledge of all of the YouTubers out there. I just want to say to everyone that has taken their time over the years, I've been making my videos for 3 years, so I'll say over the past 3 years, to all the YouTubers who've put their time into it and, I've watched, I've liked, I've commented, thank you guys for helping me to expand the knowledge that I already have and learn things that I couldn't even have imagined before. You guys absolutely rock, and this community is incredible. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything you've done. And the last thing that I wanted to show you today is one of my favorite for pain. A lot of people are dealing with pain, and this is something that, especially for tooth pain, toothaches, right now people are having a lot of issues with dental work. They can't get to the dentist, they have pain. Go out in the woods, try and find some tea berry. If you can find the berries, chew on the berries, or make a tincture with them. My best suggestion is to tincture them. You can tincture the berries and the leaves. Personally, I just take the berries. I'll go searching for them, and you will find them this time of year. You just have to look because most of the critters like to get to them before you can. But go searching, find the berries, and I make a tincture with it. It's incredible for pain. You can use the leaves also. It's totally up to you. I let that sit for sadly 3 months, but possibly make a tea. You could possibly boil some water and make a tea. It might help the effects. Do some research. I don't know. But this is some wintergreen. This is what it's going to look like in the fall and the winter and the early spring. And it will turn more green. The ones that aren't so frost hit, you can see, are still green. But yeah, wintergreen or tea berry. All great things to know, guys. All right, just a little tidbit of information today. Nothing extravagant, but a few things that I find very useful to know. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.